Degrassi, Essential State Part 2. Once I had told Simpson what was going on, he said he would take care of it. The next day I woke up in my bed and looked at the clock. Yes, it was finally Saturday. One of those days I was so happily in love with. I sat up in my bed, feeling refreshed. Then my phone buzzed. Someone always has to text me when I wake up, I say to myself. The text was from Adam, and it read, Today, my brother and my mom die. We're going to visit family up north. And my mom asked if you could house it. I decided to take that in a funny way. I replied with, You want me to sit on your house? I didn't know your house needed to be sat upon. He replied with, Oh, well, not really, silly. My mom asked you to watch the house while we were gone. How long are you going to be gone? The whole day. We should be back here by late tonight. Oh, you're leaving today? Yes, I am. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. I can. I'm doing nothing for the day. Great. Can you make your way over here now? Sure. So I got all my clothes ready. I hopped in the shower and brushed my teeth, brushed my hair. I put all the stuff in a bag that I would normally use, like my books and stuff. Then I told Bianca where I was going. She said okay. Then I made my way down to their house. When I got there, I knocked on the door, and Mrs. Torres answered. Hi, Meg. It's nice of you to do this on such short notice. It's no problem, Mrs. Torres. I walked in. What's in your bag? Drew asked. What's in your bag? Drew asked while he had his things all ready. Everything I needed for not being home for the day. Feel free to watch TV or anything. And, Meg, Mrs. Torres said. I looked at her. Yes? Try not to eat up all the food in our house. We need to eat too when we get back. I smiled at her. No worries, I won't. She smiled at me. Just in case, there's bagels in the fridge. Help yourself. Cool. Are you leaving now? Yes, we have to leave now in order to get there by noon, Mrs. Torres said. I smiled at her and nodded. Then I said, No worries, Mrs. T. Your house shall be set upon like no other house. Adam laughed and gave me a hug. Drew groaned and left. And Mrs. Torres said, Oh, brother, there's a list of things over there by the fridge. That's a list of things that need to be in a certain way. I walk over there and grab the list. I read it. Oh, Shay, I got it. I'm worried the house will be burned down to the ground when we get back. No, it will be fine. I sat on the couch and looked at her. Fine, she said, grabbing her bag. Stay safe, okay? I nodded at her, and she left. I took out my homework and began to work on it. Hours later, when I finished my homework, I had my hair back in a ponytail and my black, thick glasses on. When I was done, I put it away and turned on the TV. A documentary on the universe was on. I started to pay attention to it. It ended up being a marathon, so I sat there for hours, glued to the TV. Then there was a noise. I didn't pay much attention to it, so I just sat there. Eventually, I heard voices, and I jumped. It was already in the dark in the house. I had no idea time flown so fast, and I'd forgotten to turn on the light. Who is there? Look, I told you somebody was here. Get it! Someone ran towards me. I could make up 2 men in black. I screamed. He tackles me, and I try to fight him. I had no idea what time it was, but it was already dark outside. I squirmed and tried to punch him, while the other guy seemed to be wrapping the place. I wanted to let out a scream, but he had covered my mouth. I managed to remove it. "What are you guys doing?" I asked. "Obviously robbing the place. Nice place, by the way." "No, it's not mine, so stop." "Oh," the guy who held me down said. They both had thick accents. I would say originally from Chicago or New York. I suck at accents, so I apologize if there isn't one going through. I whimpered as they began to tie me up. They seemed to take forever to rob the place. I sat there all tied up, struggling to get out. Once they were done, they said, "Yo, what we gonna do about this girl? She's gonna blab to the cops." "I got her. You put the stuff in the trunk." He said, he said, the guy started walking over towards me. He pulled out a knife and stabbed me in the gut 3 times. I sat there in pain, bleeding. As they opened the door, I could hear the robbers yell, "Come on, let's get a move on, Jerry." "I'm coming, Tom." Then, like that, they were gone. It seemed like forever until I heard a scream and constant talking. I heard someone say, "Mom, call an ambulance." "It's gonna be alright, Meg. You're gonna be okay."